You read the title of this video correctly, and that is PSA is going to increase grading prices and turnaround times. Now, before any of the hater comments kind of pile in or before people click off, this isn't a PSA hate video, I promise you. I will show you the current working turnaround times of CGC, the company that I rave about, the company that I prefer. Beckett actually has an ad on this article, has not increased their prices or their turnaround time, which is a good thing considering that they're kind of the third or fourth fiddle depending on who you ask. But yes, these current working times right here, 80 days, 40 days, 80 days, that is currently CGC's. Their prices have not increased over the last year or so, maybe 9-ish months. 80 working days is ridiculous. So I just kind of want to highlight that and to let you guys know that this isn't a PSA hate video, but I do want to talk about it because it is important, because a lot of people, yourself may be included, grade with PSA, and people are sick of high prices and long turnaround times. So this is an article from Collect, and I was just opening Google Chrome on my phone, and I saw a little tab, and I was like, oh, let me just click on it. I haven't read the article yet, so right now is going to be the first time that I am reading it with you guys. Let's dive into it. PSA to increase grading prices, turnaround times. Value bulk submissions will rise from $19.99 per item to $21.99 starting Thursday, which is actually today, the day that I'm recording, but this video might not come out for a couple days later. Let's see. By Ben Burrows, came out on Wednesday. Grading giant PSA is increasing submission prices and turnaround times for select service levels due to high demand, the company announced Wednesday. Effective Thursday, PSA will increase turnaround times for standard trading card services, including Value Plus, from 20 to 25 business days. Now, for those that may not know or just need a refresher, business days is a working day, Monday to Friday, not including weekends and not including major holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, etc., etc. Value Max from 15 days to 20 days, and regular from 10 days to 15 business days, and Express from 5 to 10 business days. That's a big jump right there. I think for Express to go from 5, which if it all lines up correctly, could be a week, to 10 days. That's a big jump right there. Prices will increase for Value Bulk from $19.99 per item to $21.99. Value from $24.99 to $27.99, and Value Plus from $39.99 to $44.99. Quote, we're seeing continued high demand for our authentication grading services in 2025, because a lot of people are grading. Again, yourself could be included. And we're grateful for your continued trust and patience. The company wrote on the PSA website, quote, submission volumes are at unprecedented levels, and we have made the difficult decision to increase estimated turnaround times and pricing for select service levels, effective for orders placed on or after Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Couple nuggets here I want to kind of pick at. I don't really know if people are truly heartedly submitting to PSA because they actually enjoy the PSA product. Submitting, the process, the turnaround time, the price, the customer service, the design, whatever it may be. I don't think that's the exact reason on why. And PSA is, of course, not going to tell you the real reason why people grade with PSA, and that's because of the resale value. That's something the market determines, not what PSA determines. So people, again, like yourself, may be included, maybe not, or other people, hypesters, influencers, weekend warriors, whoever it may be, are grading with PSA because of the resale value that it warrants. The other one was submission volumes at an unprecedented level. We made the difficult decision to increase estimated turnaround times for pricing for select service levels. I don't think that you would need to increase the prices. Now, I understand the turnaround times, and I think that's actually, them being, transparent and them being, a good business by, hey, guys, we don't want you to be waiting longer than you have to, thinking that you're going to get it sooner than you are. But hey, we're bumping up our turnaround times for the Value Plus from 20 to 25. So it might take an extra week and a half just because of demand. Just want to be clear with you guys. And I think people would understand, and that would be a really good business decision. But to increase the prices, though, is increasing the like, is this them trying to fight inflation, right? If they increase the prices, then the demand will slow down, so therefore the turnaround time can kind of slow back down, and then they can drop the prices, but then the demand's going to go up. It's just, I don't see the correlation of need to increase the prices when you're increasing the turnaround times. I think the turnaround times is plenty. It may or may not deter people from submitting with you. I don't think it would be like, oh my God, it's going from 20 to 25 days. Oh, no, can't go PSA. No more. Nope. I still think that they're going to get graded. They're going to get cards graded through PSA regardless. It could be 20 to 40 business days. That could be a 20-day jump, and people will still submit with PSA. So I think it's more of a greed thing. Could inflation play a factor? Of course. Could it be a means of them to be able to afford, additional graders? Of course. But tell us that. Be honest. Hey, unfortunately, we had to bump it up a couple bucks because of inflation. Hey, we want to bring on more graders to get these turnaround times down again. So we have to, raise it up a little bit. And again, transparency would be much appreciated, and I think people would be okay with that. Look at me here sitting defending PSA. Who would have thought, right? I mean, again, this is not a PSA bash video. This is just more of a transparency. I want you guys to know this and that. That's what we hear. That's what we do here on the channel, is we bring you the most up-to-date current information about the hobby. If we're not doing submission reveals, or if we're not doing openings, or, we're not talking about this or that on Hobby Talk, whatever it may be. So let's get back to the article. Quote, "We are actively working to improve estimated turnaround times, keep you informed, and set clear expectations." Perfect. It's exactly what I just said a moment ago. Being transparent, being like, hey guys, we got to bump it up, unfortunately, in terms of the turnaround time. We do apologize, but hopefully we can bring it back down. But again, the prices, I think it's a greed thing. Again, they could have just said for face that, hey, we're bumping up the price so we can do this. But they're not saying that. PSA is also increasing pricing and turnaround times for dual services, as well as turnaround times for comics and magazines, which PSA added as a new grading category earlier this year. There's all the information right there. I don't really care. Quote, "We're expanding our team and onboarding new graders to process more submissions while maintaining our trusted grading standards," quote, the company wrote on its website. Okay, so there we go. There is your possible explanation on why the price is going up. The most recent increase to pricing and turnaround times follows a bump for popular service levels in April due to high demand to begin 2025. PSA would eventually reduce turnaround times for value submissions in July as it continues to expand its operating capacity. But did they reduce the prices, though? I know some people have complained that the value is, what was it, $19? I think it was like $15 at one point, then probably went to like 17 or 18, now 20, now it's 22. So it seems like the turnaround times will kind of come back down, dial down a little bit once they get things under control, but it clearly doesn't seem like the prices are. Wednesday's news closely follows PSA's announcement of a full-scale grading facility it plans to open in Frankfurt, Germany in 2026. A full-scale grading operation will also open in the Greater Toronto area in October. Interesting. So I know their big grading is in California, Pasadena. I've never shipped anything to PSA, so I have no idea. But somewhere in California, Southern California area. And now they're going to kind of have a Frankfurt, Germany, so kind of like European, operations. And then Toronto, which is going to be Canada, East Coast kind of operation, I would imagine. Interesting. Very, very interesting there. But hey, you know what? Maybe that's another reason why they need to bump up the prices. But I do want to kind of circle back to the most recent, Wednesday's news closely follows. So like they announced this on Wednesday that, hey guys, the price increase is going to go up on Thursday. Like they're giving you 24 hours. That's it. So you can't even kind of scurry around, get a submission together, get it out as fast as you can, kind of pressure you a little bit to put a submission out there before the price increases. They're like, no, you have one day and no one's going to be able to get a submission there in time to get the old lower prices. So now all the newer submissions are going to be on the new higher prices. Earlier this year, PSA announced updates for 2 domestic facilities with a dedicated ticket grading operation in Plano, Texas. That's where Beckett is actually. So I wonder if they're like across the street. Like, what are they doing over there? Who's going to blink first? Oh, they did first. And an expanded grading facility in Boca Raton, Florida, planned to open by 2026. I didn't know about the Texas location, nor did I know about the Florida location. So, hey, you learn something new every day. PSA began accepting submissions for comic and magazines grading in July, but was immediately forced to increase turnaround times for magazines when tariffs delayed the delivery of magazine holders. I wonder where in China they're getting it from. Interesting. Third-party grading tracker GemRate reported earlier this year that PSA had graded 8.89 million cards through the first 6 months of 2025. PSA graded more than 15.3 million items in 2024, according to GemRate's database. Interesting. A report earlier, it graded 8.89 million cards through the first 6 months of 2025, where PSA graded more than 15.3 million items in 2024. I don't know. I mean, they weren't doing magazines and such like that. I mean, they still were doing tickets. I know they were grading Funkos at one point. They're going to smash that without a doubt, especially with the nature of the Pokemon landscape right now. They're going to absolutely smash that. And that's it. That's the article right there. So not much else to react to. I kind of gave you all my thoughts and opinions throughout the course of the article, but definitely let me know yours down below in the comment section. I'd definitely love to read and reply to them. What are your thoughts? I mean, is this the right move to increase prices? Is this the right move to increase turnaround times? Again, it's a level of transparency, and I'm glad that we were able to kind of find out. I know I jumped the gun a little bit, but I'm glad we were able to find out that they want to improve turnaround times, keep us informed, set clear expectations, in that they want to expand their team to have more graders within their company. So PSA is not all bad, guys. I don't think the company in the business itself is bad. I just give them a lot of crap because people in the hobby praise them like they're the second coming of Jesus when they're really not. PSA themselves don't do anything to warrant the insane resale value. It's the hobby, it's the market, it's the people that comprise of it that kind of makes the PSA value as crazy as it is for some items. But let's not forget that Beckett Black Labels will always have the most resale value, guys, not a PSA 10. But that will wrap it up for this video, guys. Smash the thumbs up button. Again, comment down below. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new or haven't considered subscribing. Check out the channel membership program, as I would definitely appreciate your love and support through the channel membership program. I've queued up an excellent video right here for you guys that I do believe will be excellent for your hobby endeavors. Hopefully, I'll see you in that one. Bye.